We're kicking off India Reports tonight with a national exclusive. With the Janlokpal bill passed by Arvind Kejriwal's cabinet, as promised, tonight on India Reports, we bring you an exclusive preview of the Aam Aadmi Party's next big project, one that proposes to be one of the first to put real power back into the hands of Delhi's citizens, the Aam Aadmi of Delhi. It's called the Delhi Nagar Swaraj Act 2014 or the Delhi Empowerment of People Bill 2014. And this will look to decentralize power in the national capital on a scale unprecedented. Headlines Today has exclusive access to the details of the bill that will be taken up by Chief Minister Kejriwal's cabinet at its next meeting. The radical bill proposes the setting up, recognizing and empowering of people's assemblies in each and every mohalla and ward in the national capital territory with adequate funds, functions and functionaries at their disposal. Each mohalla sabha will strive for universal education and healthcare, formulate and implement schemes to eradicate hunger and homelessness, and for the welfare of senior citizens, disabled and other vulnerable sections of society. It will also, very importantly, have the power to recall a councillor. This is for the first time that power looks to be decentralized, taken from the hands of councillors and put into the hands of mohalla sabhas and ward sabhas, populated by the common citizen and empowered with both financial and executive powers. Ankit Tyagi, the journalist who's been able to get his hands on an exclusive copy of the Delhi Nagar Swaraj Bill that will be taken up in the next cabinet. Ankit, many people will look at this as dangerous, but this is a radical proposition by the Aam Aadmi Party, keeping with the spirit of Arvind Kejriwal's government so far, saying desperate situations require desperate measures. But with the Delhi Nagar Swaraj Bill, this is perhaps for the first time that true power is intended to be transferred into the hands of the people.
That's the basic idea, Shiv, of this entire bill that is being one of the biggest promises of Arvind Kejriwal. And after the Janlokpal being the next big thing from the Delhi government, I have in my hand is the exclusive copy that we have been able to get. This is the final draft of the Swaraj bill that it was being known as. And there are many provisions, in fact, in this bill that will probably, will make BJP and other political parties a little uneasy. They have been the central idea behind the bill has been to decentralize the power, to give it to the mohalla sabhas.
Yes.
This has been something that Arvind Kejriwal has talked a lot about during his election campaign. He also wants to do away with the MLA funds, wants the mohalla sabha that will be constituted. It will have, every mohalla sabha will have 2 people, and in every ward, whatever the mohalla sabhas, 8 to 10 mohalla sabhas will decide what they want the money to be spent over, whether they want it for roads, for parks, for electricity, whatever they want, the government will directly give the funds to the mohalla sabhas. They will decide what has to be done. There are some controversial points as far as this bill is concerned also, Shiv. If you go through the entire copy of this bill, the land use of if the government or any other agency wants to use the land from that mohalla, they will have to get a clearance from the mohalla sabha.
Yes.
This will be in direct conflict with the DDA, who is in charge of the land in the national capital. Apart from that, very interestingly, even if you have to open a liquor shop in that mohalla, you need the permission from the mohalla sabha. Apart from that, they can also cancel permits of the liquor shops if
Yes.
they feel that they are they are a nuisance to that state, to that area.
Yes. Ankit, apart from the political reservations that might be forthcoming from the BJP and the Congress, and they have their own compulsions as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, a proposition like this is likely to be welcomed by the people of Delhi, especially those who've always complained about how there is no power to actually, take the decisions that affect their everyday lives. This is something that might be welcomed by large sections of Delhi citizens.
Absolutely, and that is the idea of the government also. They want the people to decide for themselves how they want to spend the money. The idea behind this, Shiv, is that only an MLA or a councillor, they are the ones who have access to the money.
Yes.
And they do not ask the people on what they want. They only do things according to their whims and fancies. Now, they have this bill wants to give the power to the people. They want the people to decide on what sort of an amenities they want. It has given wide-ranging powers to Mohalla Sabhas.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of people, not only in Delhi, but across the country, have been working on the decentralization of power.
Right,
and even, Rajiv Gandhi, when he introduced the Panchayati Raj model, that was the idea that has not been implemented properly. Now, Arvind Kejriwal believes that it will not only give the power to the people, but it will also be a big-ticket announcement as far as the 2014 elections are concerned and consolidate their positioning in Delhi as far as the party's future is concerned.
Well, the signal it sends out is unmistakable. It's populist. It's about putting the power back into the people's hands. It has very noble signals to it, noble symbols and atmospherics to it. But it all boils down to the implementation, pretty much like every law and legislation. Ankit, thanks for bringing us this exclusive report that we've begun.